Hi everyone. Well, I'm here in Halifax at our Conservative Party convention. We have a policy convention every 2 years, and I've been at a lot of policy conventions over the last just about 18 years as a Conservative. And being here brought back a lot of good memories and brought back some things that I feel are really important to remember as a Conservative. And so I wanted to just kind of take a few minutes and share with you some of my thoughts and really strong convictions around being a Conservative and things like policy and agreeing or disagreeing on policy. So I got to tell you, I started as an Alliance Party member. My very first convention was at a convention in Edmonton, and I loved it. I loved debating. I loved policy ideas. And at the time, I was helping with a by-election in St. Boniface, Manitoba. And so after the convention, we went and we had the by-election, and guess what? We lost to the Liberals because we had the Alliance Party and the Progressive Conservative Party, two different Conservative parties, not together, divided. And what happens when Conservatives are divided is we lose. So that would have been in early 2000, and it was a couple of years later that thankfully the two parties merged. And so the next convention that I was at was a unified Conservative Party, and it was fantastic because we had so many different people from across the country with so many different ideas on a wide variety of topics. And it was so interesting to be able to talk about my views on topics and hear other people's views, and then come out of that convention incredibly unified and focused. Now, we went and had, I believe it was the 2004 election, which we didn't win, but we did very well. And then, as you will remember, or maybe you might be too young to remember, but I remember, we won government in 2006. And we went on and we had a great Conservative government in power for the next almost 10 years. And it was because we were unified. And you're saying, okay, well, Candace, what's your point about all of this? Well, I guess there's three things I want to, I'm thinking about, and I just want to encourage those of you who are watching and listening and are Conservative, I want to encourage you on. First of all, debate and having different ideas and having diversity of thought is a good thing. It's good to have different ideas on policy. It's good to not always agree on everything. As Conservatives, we do that when we have our conventions. We bring those ideas. We debate them vigorously. Right now, there's some really great debate going on. We debate those ideas. A lot of people actually organize and bring in people who support their ideas to conventions like this, have the grassroots swayed by their great arguments, and then their policy actually gets voted on in a positive light here at convention, and it becomes our party policy. That's a good thing. And then when we leave here, we are all united. We're all one voice, and we're focused on what our goal is, and that's pretty well always, it's beating Liberal governments. It was Paul Martin and Jean Chrétien. Now it's Justin Trudeau that we're focused on beating on, or that we're focused on beating. Sorry, I didn't mean to say beating on. Nobody get offended by that. Didn't mean that. So, first of all, conventions, different ideas, it's a really good thing. But secondly, and I don't know how many of you have actually gotten involved in policy conventions. I don't know how many of you have maybe thought of policies that you agree on and you wish that we'd adopt them, and maybe you're even frustrated that we haven't adopted them. You need to get involved. And I mean that really seriously. You need to, first of all, join the Conservative Party if you haven't already done it. You then need to get involved at your local level. Everybody who's here was chosen as a delegate from the local members of their party. So get involved at the local level. Support, if you've got a Conservative member of Parliament, support that Conservative member of Parliament. If you don't and you've got a Conservative candidate, support that candidate. And if there's no candidate for the Conservative Party in your riding, think about running. We need you. We need people to step up. You know what? It's really, really easy to tear down. When you're working on a project, it's pretty easy to tear the old stuff down. It's a lot more difficult. It takes a lot more work, a lot more commitment, a lot more integrity to build up. And so I want to ask you, if you're a Conservative, be a builder. Don't tear down. Don't step away. Don't step back. Step in and help us, because we need you. So we have to stay united. We need each one of us, including you, to work really hard. In this party, I have one vote when it comes to policy, although actually I'm helping moderate the plenary session, so I'm actually not voting this time. But normally I have one vote, you have one vote, we are equal, and our vote counts in these policy sessions. So we have to stay united if we're going to beat Justin Trudeau. That is an absolute given. I've been around when we were divided. We do not win. And this country cannot afford 4 more years of Justin Trudeau. We will be failing Canadians. You will be failing Canadians if we don't together, stay together, work to stay together. Because again, that takes hard work. It's really easy to step away. It's really easy to say, forget it. I'm leaving my toys here in the sandbox and I'm stepping away. That's the easy way. It takes hard work to build up. So let's stay united. Get involved because we want to hear your ideas. I might disagree with you. That's okay. We actually respect when people have different opinions. We're not like the liberal thought police who have their attestations and say, no, you're not allowed to believe a certain way. And then get involved. Get involved locally. Work hard. We need you. And I really believe in this so strongly. As I said, it's why I got involved in politics. It was as a volunteer at the local level. I loved it. I still love it. I love what we're doing for Canadians. And I know that we can win. We've got a great leader in Andrew Scheer. He's going to be giving a keynote address tonight. I encourage you to watch it. It's going to be very good. I know that he's got a lot of good things to say, not just to us, but to Canadians. There's a lot of people who voted for Justin Trudeau who are very disappointed. I'm trying to put this lightly and put this in a generous way, but I think there are a lot of people who have buyer's remorse because they voted for Justin Trudeau. And Andrew Scheer is speaking to them. They're a very important group of people that we want to speak to because they're great people, great Canadians. They want to see Canada in the best light, and that we need their votes. So thanks for listening, and again, I'm calling you to action. I'm asking you to do something, and if you've got any questions, any way that I can help you, please feel free to contact me. And there's construction, so I'm going to sign off. Thanks.